Hello to anyone who's in the stream waiting for us to get things started. Just going to give it a few more minutes to let anyone else who's going to be joining us just jump in. Give it maybe 5 minutes or so. Hope you stick around. Cheers. Hi there, Ben, mate. You alright? Thanks a lot for dropping by. Your Roma save's going quite well, isn't it? I don't think I've watched the very latest one, so no spoilers, please. Do seem to recall an epic comeback against City in the Champions League, though, in the second leg, which I found very entertaining. Your commentary is great, by the way. I love it. I'm all good, thanks, mate. And yeah, like I say, that City comeback was epic, mate. It's up there with one of your best, is it? Good to hear that you're happy with the end of the season that you had as well. I imagine that means either a first or second place finish, so I look forward to catching up. The more I think about it, the more I think that Roma's a great team to do a save with. Because Serie A is so competitive. They're obviously a great club with some great players, sort of established and young players. But there's still a challenge there, isn't there? Because obviously um, the number of high quality teams there are in the division. Not to mention you've obviously got Juve that have dominated the league for years. It was magic. From what I've seen, Sandro Tonali has got a habit of scoring absolute screamers for you. Over the last couple of episodes, that's all I'm seeing. Sandro Tonali bangers. What a player he is, by the way. I think, do you know what, guys? We're gonna start things off because I'm looking forward to playing this save. I haven't played it in 4 or 5 days since I last streamed. I've actually been playing my save with Le Havre, which I'm really enjoying as well. Actually, I kind of regret not making that like a series that I bring to you guys, but it's quite nice to have a personal save, isn't it? That you just play through, um, and enjoy yourself. So I'm being a bit selfish and greedy with that one, I'm afraid. Evening Chaos, thanks for joining us, mate. You're just in time. We're gonna get things started, I think. So, I believe, yeah, last stream we ended with I don't know whether to call it a disappointing draw against Aswijan City because they're such a massive team, but considering we were one up for the whole game pretty much, it was slightly disappointing to throw away 2 points. But we've started okay. Totally agree, Benny. I think you don't rely on your deep line playmaker to score screamers, but if he's got it in the locker, it's a nice little bonus. Evening, Rachel, one of the regulars, one of the OGs, I should say. I I think Rachel was my first ever viewer. Nice to have you in the chat. Chaos is loving the club crest. It's actually one of the reasons I chose the team. Yeah, it's cracking. Gotta love it. The kits aren't half bad either. So look at the old club info. Unfortunately actually, do you know what, I can change this one so you can see kits here. Might be a bit bigger than down here. But yeah, home and away kit are lovely. The third kit's growing on me. I didn't love it to begin with, but there it is. Well, I'm glad that you guys have sort of decided to land here this evening whilst editing your own content. Hopefully we can provide some entertainment in the background for you. And as always, I really appreciate your support, so thanks a lot for tuning in. Grungy wants a new deal. Oh, no he doesn't. Fantastic, I love it when that happens. I've obviously got a good influence over the players. Totally agree with you, Chaos. I think it does look a bit Galatasaray, doesn't it? Okay, you've got to send these guys home, haven't you? When they've got a cold or the flu. Can't risk that being spread around the squad. We've actually just come off the back of an international break. I was just simming through off stream because we had about 15 days to get through, which isn't much fun for you guys, so that's not good. Quite a significant injury to our backup half back there. Who are you currently managing then, Chaos? If you don't mind me asking. Or have you got several saves on the go? I know I have. Bear with me just whilst the game saves here, guys. As I said before, it's a bit painful when it's on stream, but if there's ever a crash dump or anything like that, I'll be thankful for having saved it every fortnight. I've been promoted to the telly, by the way, guys, on Rachel's screen, so no pressure. It's a good job I've not got a camera, isn't it? We've got 2 saves going, one with 20, great club, it's a great idea, doing one with them. Another one in Brazil. Awesome. You'll be producing plenty of wonder kids then. Selling them to European clubs for massive money. Now this will be an interesting game, guys, because Marador traditionally, for anyone that's played the database before, Marador are a sort of top 4, top 5 team. But I think they've had a tough opening couple of games. They've not started too well, so hopefully we can capitalise on that. It's a good question, Ben, actually. I will be introducing a camera, I think, but not until I've moved out, because I'm looking to buy my first place with my girlfriend. So once we've moved out, the idea is to have a gaming slash home office room, and that's when I'll invest in the webcam, I think, because at the moment, not only is it not sort of a great setup to show off to you guys, but it's also not really feasible to have a green screen going on either. There's not really much room in the room that I'm in to be able to do that, so that'll be something I'll look to add to the stream. So yeah, I apologise if you guys sort of like seeing the guy that's streaming. At the moment it's not really sort of feasible. Oh, I can see that's upset Rachel. She doesn't want to see my ugly mug on the stream. I'm not going to comment on him saying we're overachieving. Yeah, we'll try and talk Leakos up in the press. Thank you, Ben, mate. That's really kind of you. Hoping to move out in the next sort of 2 or 3 months, but we're seeing what the market does whilst we get the last sort of bit of our deposit together. You know, I work in house builder myself, so it'll be interesting, to say the least, to see what the housing market does. Gunnar Dre's in the house. Hi Dre, mate, you alright? I thoroughly enjoyed the last episode of your series as well, mate. You're a journeyman. Fantastic stuff. You're getting better at pronouncing those Chinese names, aren't you, mate? It's interesting, actually, you know, to see whether people think that being able to see the guy streaming, guy or girl, I should say, streaming, sort of enhances the stream or not. Because I think, you know, maybe sometimes the sort of presentation of the camera on the screen can maybe hinder the experience a little bit. But yeah, interesting to know your guys' thoughts on that. Yeah, I agree, Chaos. At the moment, house prices are pretty stable, but the banks are more willing to lend, aren't they? And obviously interest rates are lower, so it is, like you're right, it is a good time to be looking. We just need to uphold our end of the bargain and get that deposit together, which we should have in a couple of months. So yeah, exciting times, and hopefully it will benefit the stream as well, because I'll have a better setup to bring to you guys. Sort of dedicated environment for streaming. And then I'll look to introduce the camera, even though Rachel doesn't want to see it. That's a really good point, Ben. I think, yeah, it's probably nice to understand, well, to see the person that you're choosing to hang out with in the evenings and weekends, isn't it? You know, to see the person bringing a stream to you. I totally get that. I think probably creates a sort of stronger connection between the streamer and the audience. So as I say, I'm happy that you guys have decided to join us this evening, and that my stream is your destination for the time being, as you all edit your own content. And I'm looking forward to seeing it all, to be fair. Chaos, I'm not entirely sure whether I'm subbed to your channel, so as soon as I get off stream I will double check that, and if I'm not, I'll put it right. Yeah, a couple of good points made by Gunnar Dre and Chaos there. I think, yeah, you know, you're definitely trying to build a community of people that have similar interests and whatnot, and you all want to buy into the save that you're doing, etc. So, yeah, you know, I think the camera's going to come. I'm pretty sure I've identified the sort of the popular camera that people go with, the Logitech C920, I think it is. So I'll look to add that to the setup once I've got the environment to do so. Just thinking, guys, what do we reckon? Do we take a risk on Grandjean here? He's missed training due to return in 2 days. It says he's injured, but his match sharpness and conditioning are okay. Well, more than okay. They're pretty normal, to be fair. we have got other striking options on the bench. So, what are we thinking? Risk him or not? It might be an unnecessary risk. What's the injury? Oh, it's a tight thigh. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't want a thigh strain. Because that can be, what, 3 or 4 weeks out, can't it? Maybe. I mean, before I hear what you guys have to say, my instinct is to drop him. And maybe bring him on if we need a goal desperately, but I don't know, the thigh's a dodgy one, isn't it? You don't really want to risk that. Yeah, there we go. Look, Rachel agrees. Have him as a sub. Dre, that's really kind of you, mate. That's yeah, thank you for that, for your kind words. Appreciate it. Although I don't think I'll be overtaking you anytime soon. You're putting out content on the regular, mate. It's great stuff. I'm thoroughly enjoying tuning into it. I have been debating sort of doing my own series rather than just a streamed save. But I don't know. I'm toying with the idea. I think my editing skills would have to be sharpened up, or I'd have to find a regular editor. Which, to be fair, I'm in touch with someone. So yeah, the tactic as well, Dre, is my most viewed video on my channel. I think that's probably due to the duration. A lot of my other videos, well, pretty much all of my other videos are live streams, so I can fully understand why people maybe aren't particularly tempted to watch those. Yeah, let's play the underdog card, even though we're at home. These guys are technically a bigger side than us. A lot of people say the same, Dre. A lot of people say that it's sort of easier than you might imagine to begin with. I did have a play on some of the software, and some of the sort of editing I picked up quite quickly, but then, I don't know, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and if I'm going to put something out, I'd want it to be of a certain standard, and I'm not sure that I could produce it and be happy with it, and then it'd grate on me a little bit. But I think to be a fully fledged sort of content creator, it's not exactly optional, is it? You've got to be able to edit. So, do you know what? I've got a week off work at the moment. I might have a play. And also, if you guys have got any tips for me, get in touch on the Discord, or DM me on Twitter or whatever. If there's sort of any lessons that you maybe learnt the hard way that might help me, so I don't have to encounter them myself, all that sort of stuff, that'd all be really appreciated. Anyway, let's get into what you guys have tuned in to see, which is games. Delighted for Leakos, fantastic servant for the club. Indigo can last the whole game, no problem. Okay, here we go. Massive game, at home to Marador. Let's get creative from the off. So I've actually slowed down the game speed. I usually play a bit quicker than this. But in order for me to commentate, if you guys want me to commentate, I'm going to have it at this speed, because otherwise it's just, I ain't got a chance really. No, tell me that's not a pen. Tell me that's not a pen less than a minute in. I'll be absolutely fuming. Okay, it's a free kick. Thank fuck for that. Come on, boys. Well, it was nervy times to begin with. I'd love to commentate for you guys if there actually was a highlight. Okay, here we go. Although it looks like it's their highlight. Oh, Vieto goes through on goal. It's a good save from the keeper. Now, can we have a highlight, please? Let's demand more, because we've started really slowly tonight. Okay, Bar plays it back to the keeper. Picks out Darbo. It's a sweeping ball over to the far side for Montigny. And he gets a tame finish. A tame shot off, I should say. And that's not troubling anyone. The Salmon's in the building as well. Thanks for joining us, mate. And you've decided to dig out Andy Townsend for his commentary. I actually think that Martin Tyler is a fucking disgraceful commentator. Myself. I think he's so boring. Like, he's never excited by anything unless it's Man City. Maybe I'm being a bit of a bitter Liverpool fan, but I just think he's just so dreary and boring. He just seems miserable whenever Liverpool do well as well. Here's Van der Merch. Whips it in. Ooh, defended well there, to be fair. That was a dangerous cross. Okay. Now they've got a chance to break at us. It's a tame effort. And Shimundu takes it into his clutches. Pretty boring first half. Other than me having my heart in my mouth when I thought we gave away a pen inside the first min. Here's Farino. Finds Darbo. It's a good ball. Is he offside? I think he's offside. I was about to go mental when Indigo put that in, but I did have an inkling that he would be coming from an offside position. Oh, it's tighter than I thought it was, though. A little bit annoyed about that. Adrian Childs. I remember when he was commenting on football straight off the One Show. What a pleb. He was an absolute clown, wasn't he? Whoever thought he'd be a decent pundit or commentator, just get in the bin. I'm going to be assertive and say I'm not happy because we created, well, in the end, we created a few chances, got one on target, but we started very poorly. And try and set high standards. So let's get out there for the second half. Here's Rui Perez. Darbo. It's a good ball into space, Minton. Attempts a through ball there for Indigo, but keeper comes and claims. Got Pulisic apparently. That Ulsalik's a good player as well. He starts the game at Manusa Academy. I had him on my other Aswijan save, and he turned out to be an absolute worldie. I sold him to Bayern Munich for like 65 million quite early on because he wouldn't sign a new deal, the bastard. I think that's probably happened again on here, to be fair, if he's now at Marador. Anyway, they could have a chance here. Chardin, it's a good save and we scramble the ball away. Looking a bit scrappy here. Hello Mitch, mate. Thanks for tuning in. You haven't missed much, to be fair. This is our first game and we've not created many chances. But we do have a corner here. Leacos to swing the ball in. Hoan on the edge of the box. Mention Leacos again. Can he deliver? Rui Perez picks up about 30 yards out, and that's the end of the highlight, apparently. Thanks for that, Dre, mate. I appreciate it, joining the Discord. Yeah, you know, that's what everyone does. Just dip in and out of the chat whenever you fancy it, really. Just trying to get a sort of community of people together that just want to chat about FM and, you know, enjoy saves, sharing each other's saves, and also, you know, viewing and supporting each other's content as well. I haven't made a share your content section on the Discord yet because the Discord isn't too big, but just feel free to. Oh, look at that from Louis Montagnier. What a strike! That's come out of nowhere. There's me talking about Discord chats, and he hits absolute thunderbolt, top bins. Let's go through that now. So Leakos picks the ball up. He finds a good pass for Van der Merch. Does he cross it? No, he pulls it back, and Louis Montagnier, he just rifles that in. Keeper doesn't cover himself in glory, to be fair. They'll be asking questions about him. But I'll take it. And out of nowhere, we're 1-0 up. Fantastic. Putting some pressure on him, that's what we want to see. Nice high line of engagement, make him go back. Try and make him go long as well, we don't really want to see him pass it through us like this. It's obviously one of the principles of the back attack tactic that I've put together, that we try and engage. This is way more possession than I'd like them to have, to be honest, unless we now go and turn it over. Nope, they ping it in behind. It's a good save from the keeper. That's what we don't want to happen. We're going to try and avoid them having prolonged possession there. And they've blazed the header over the bar. Okay, it might be time. I mean, no one's really looking tired. Although Darbo is having a stinker. So, in fact, there's a couple of players not having great games. I reckon... Yeah, you know, we've got midfield options, so we'll take Darbo off. Deep line playmaker. Do you know what? Westergaard's not played an awful lot of games recently. Let's give him a run out. And... I don't know. We'll give it maybe 5 minutes, but I'm tempted to take Indigo off, put Nyonto up front because he's rapid and can hurt him on the break, and then bring on maybe the young Italian Sommer on the left wing to play as an inside forward for us. Yeah, he's dangerous, isn't he, Dre? Off the ball. He's got really good mental attributes, I think, last time I had a look at him. He never really hit the heights, did he, Vieto? I remember when he was at Villarreal. He was tipped to be something really special, and he's just not really done it. Oh, Pulisic with a backstick header. Evens things up. Fuming with that. That's a soft one to concede. Gomez picks it up in the channel. We're running alongside him and not really making a tackle, and so just a free header for Pulisic. Just pulls off onto the back post. Not ideal. Let's make a change, because it's not happening for us up front. I think, you know what, now that we actually need a goal to win the game, I think it's time for Grandjean to come on. Nyonto's not having a great game, but he's got it in the locker to turn on the style. So I think we should leave him on the pitch. But, you know, the main man Grandjean's on the pitch now. He might be able to steal the winner for us. How often do I streamcast? That's an interesting question. It's usually 2 or 3 times a week. Some weeks I'm sort of tempted to do more depending on how it goes, how popular the streams have been and stuff. And some weeks, you know, I'll do maybe 2 as a maximum if it's been a sort of quieter week. Because obviously I understand that there's a lot of streamers and content creators out there. There's a lot of options for you know, viewers such as yourselves to go and explore. So I would say minimum of twice a week. Tends to be the weeknights. Recently it's been a bit sort of sporadic because of obviously the return of football. You know, I'm trying to gauge it on... Oh wow, I think he's offside. Fuck. I thought we had the winner there. Yeah, so I try and gauge it based on when my team, Liverpool, are playing and when the big games are on, because obviously I assume that people are going to want to watch watch those. So it's been a bit difficult recently. I'm sort of working towards trying to get a timetable together, but it's a bit difficult at the moment, you know, all things considered. He's Grandjean, pops it off to Westergren. He finds Montigny. Have we got options? Rouse it off someone's shins for a corner. It's going to be the last attack of the game, I think. Whips it in from the corner. Can we create a second chance from here? No, we can't. Referee decided to blow the whistle when we had the ball in their box, which seems fair. Okay, so another draw. Tell them they were unlucky. Chaos is living out of hotels again. What do you do for work, if you don't mind me asking, mate? What has you on the road? And obviously I'm glad that the streams are convenient for you. Yeah, possession's overrated. That's like my number one principle. We don't care about possession. I feel like, again, we've drawn against a big side, and we probably could and should have won that game. Okay. Interesting that. Young Frenchmen from Le Havre, who are a team close to my heart because I'm currently doing a save with them offline. He wouldn't be a bad purchase at all. He's only 17. Oh, okay, that's interesting, Chaos. Yeah, I find myself, when I am back at work properly, and not just working from home like I have been sort of through coronavirus, I find myself on the road a lot as well, so I feel you there. I'm going to keep an eye on this guy because there could be a player in there somewhere. He's already got 13 finishing, 11 composure for a 17-year-old. Decent determination. He's pretty mobile. Obviously, he's got some improving to do. Let's keep an eye on him. Another one to maybe keep an eye on there from Le Havre. We have made a lot of French signings. It seems like you've got a good system going there, Chaos. Doing all your editing in one go. So I guess you record in bulk at the weekends and then edit it when you're on the road during the week. It's pretty efficient. Myself, I am a land buyer, which isn't too exciting. So essentially I work for a house building company, and you know, the raw material for a house building company is land, and the team that I work in are in charge of sort of going out and sourcing that land and purchasing it from agents or from the landowners themselves, and yeah, you know, taking it through the planning system and building houses. It is more interesting than it sounds, or than I'm making it sound, to be fair. There's a lot to it, a lot of moving parts. You kind of got to know enough about a lot of disciplines, but not too much about any one of them. I think we have got the money to be able to bring that young Frenchman in if we feel it will be a good decision to do so. I think we left about 4 or 5 million left in the transfer kitty from the summer. I might have bought the land where you live. I mean, I haven't exactly been prolific so far. I've only been doing it sort of a year and a half. But there's a chance. Depends on what part of the world you're from. I tend to work in the Midlands and South Midlands, mainly around sort of Northamptonshire and Bedfordshire. Rachel's retracted a message from the chat. I hope it wasn't something nasty, Rachel, aimed at me. You do like to bully me in the chat when you can. You like to get the old boot in, particularly when it comes to my team's defence. We've got another tough fixture against Aldea. It's not been an easy start to the season. Ah, you're from Yorkshire, Chaos. Yeah, unfortunately that's not a patch that I cover. Lovely part of the world though, from what I hear. This young centre half, oh, he looks very good. 19-year-old. Why has he got no interest? Maybe he's only just signed for them. Let's keep an eye on him. We do have a French contingent at the team, and he would be a nice addition to that. It was a poor joke. Not about poor people, no. A poor quality joke. Fair enough. Yeah. We don't want any dead banter in the chat. Strong banter only. Apologies for the gap in between fixtures here, guys. This database is a bit like that. You'll kind of go maybe 7 to 9 days without a game, and then you're playing 3 in 5 days or something stupid. But yeah, another tough game against Aldea, who are another top 6 side. And this one's away from home. I feel a bit harsh on Dominici this season. Since we've switched the formation and we've played with one less player in the centre of the park, he's obviously missed out, but it's not because of anything he's done. He's just sort of the youngest and sort of lowest rated in terms of star rating, really. This kid looks decent. Young keeper. No. He looks good. He's only got 6 composure and 10 finishing, so he's not ideal for the way we play here, but he's still only 19, he could improve. You want him to keep showing football every day, Chaos? I'm not so sure. I don't know, it just takes away from it a little bit. I quite like having to sort of wait a few days to look forward to a game. I suppose what coronavirus did do when we eventually got football back was, we were actually all keen to see like a Burnley versus Villa game, which, mutuals traditionally might not be as interested in tuning into, but I suppose football is football, isn't it? When it's back on the TV, everyone's going to be all over it, which to be fair I was to begin with, but I don't know. I think it's probably because the season's pretty much decided now. I'd say the teams that are going to go down, it's quite obvious. Teams that are going to get European football is pretty obvious based on current form, so it's kind of fizzling out a little bit. Bit of a pointless press conference there. Okay, so we're currently sat in 8th. We've got a win and 2 draws. These guys are 1 place ahead of us in 7th. Dre's still hurting. I imagine you're referring to the North London derby. I don't mean to be lazy with my sort of comments and views, but it just seemed to me like same old Arsenal. Loads of the ball, loads of fanning around with it, keeping the ball for possession's sake, trying to get down the sides and not doing it very well, and then just getting beat on the break by a team that have just been happy to sit in most of their game and contain you. It's a strange one. I think Arteta's come in and he's done a good job, to be fair. A better job than I thought he would. But I don't know, I think there's bigger problems at Arsenal. I mean, I don't need to tell you, Dre, you're an Arsenal fan, you know what goes on at your club, but one thing's for certain, sorry, you need to get the contract situation sorted at Arsenal. Ozil needs to be moved along if he's not going to play. Aubameyang needs to sign a new deal or move on. Guendouzi, it looks like he's been forced out of the club now because he's a bit petulant. And yeah, you need to sign people that can actually defend. It's a good shout. Okay. I'm going to put Grandjean back in. He's not a full match sharpness, but he did train. And Indigo wasn't great when he played. Nyonto was quiet, but I've got faith in him. I feel like he'll step up this game. Midfielder putting in bang average performances, but I'm hoping that will change soon. Don't really want to change too much going into a big game, so we will go with this. Okay. Birmingham are a shambles at the moment. What's happened with your gaffer? I've seen that he's left today. I got hoodwinked by a tweet into thinking that Pep Guardiola had left City because of the way the tweet was worded. Absolute clickbait, and it completely done me over. But then I saw it was Pep Clotet at you guys. So what happened there? I've not really looked into the ins and outs of it. Don't know how many times I can play this underdog card without it backfiring. Maybe I just need to start telling them they're not underdogs anymore and actually we can go and beat these teams. We shall see. Stupid question. These press conferences, sometimes they're just ridiculous. Of course I want him to carry on his good form. I'm not going to say that I want him to start playing like shit, am I? Absolute clowns. Let's get in their faces, even though we're away from home. Let's put them under some pressure. They're playing a proper free up top, which, I mean, you'd like to think that if Voin and Nazario for them neglect their defensive responsibilities, we're going to get in down these sides. They've got Artur from Barcelona. That's a good signing. Okay, here we go. Here's a highlight. Farino finds Darbo in the centre. Back to him. Munchinu with the header. Van der Merch picks the ball up in the wide area. Learkos. Van der Merch again. Munchinu drives inside the box. Gets a shot off and it's straight down the throat of the keeper. They've got a chance now, Danny outside. Oh, that's a sloppy goal. Nazario just strolls in at the back stick, twirling a cane. No one's picking him up. And he just taps it in. We block the first shot. No one reacts to the rebound. And they go and stick it away. Yeah, okay, we've seen this enough times. Piss off. Come on. Farino finds Darbo with the throw. Gets it back off him. Nonto with the shot. It's a good save from the keeper. They clear their lines. Learkos with a corner. Whips it in. Okay, nothing comes of it. And they clear the lines again. This time for a throw. You're telling me every shot we've had has been on target and we've not scored? Okay, we clear our lines better this time. Grandjean, that's a shocking pass. What's he do? He's killed us. He's absolutely killed us. And they've gone and fucking scored from it. Of course they have. I'm livid with that. What a stupid pass that was from Grandjean. Fuck off. Darbo with the cross, and Munchinu finds the back of the net. Okay, we're right back in the game. Only minutes after conceding the second. I think that was a cheeky little bicycle kick as well. Kind of. Love that. Okay. Giving ourselves a fighting chance again as long as we stop defending like shit. Get some pressure on the ball. Get out to him. No, our keeper's having to make saves still. Okay, they found a spare man. I don't know how he's spare, considering we've got two players in the wide areas. Oh, Barr loses the ball on the fucking halfway line. What's he doing? Nazario goes into the box. That's a good save from the keeper, actually. Pleasantly surprised. I thought that was nailed on for 3-1. Individual mistakes are costing us. Grandjean is having a fucking torrid. I think I might have to take him off at half time. Yeah, you're not having a 6.1 match rating and staying on the pitch. I'm sorry, you can fuck off. And Farina picked up an injury right at the end of the half as well. So we're going to have to make 2 changes. I can't believe how bad Grandjean's been. Now, yeah, let's go with Indigai. He's a natural option up front. Nyonto's not exactly covering himself in glory either. Okay, back to the team talk. Go out there and grab us some goals, come on. A lot more to come from you. All of that nonsense. Right, let's get into the second half. We're only 1 down. Mentioning it in the box. Oh. It's a tame effort in the end, isn't it? Tame strike. Trying to play out the back here. Put them under pressure though, made them go home. Now they've gone long with it. That's what we want. We've turned the ball over. Van der Merch. They blocked the cross. Okay. Oh, fuck's sake. Let's get creative, come on. Decent pressure on the ball again. Their fullback is playing very wide. Good stop from the keeper and we clear our lines. Not much has changed in the second half. And Nazario's fucking rifled one. He's annoyingly good on this game. From our headed clearance as well. Fuming with that. Oh, we're just getting torn apart now. Just trying to attack wider. Don't think it's worth us going ultra attacking because we'll be far too open and they'll probably just kill us on the break and it'll get embarrassing. Might be time for a team talk actually after this game. Couple of draws and a disappointing loss. If this does end up being a loss, which I'm sure it probably will be. Nazario forces a save from the keeper again. We've been fucking shit. Right, I think I'm just going to give some minutes to Sommer because Nyonto's been terrible. He can come off. Do you know what? I can't resist. Let's just go very attacking. See if we can get maybe a goal or two back, make it a bit less embarrassing. probably a case of just writing this one off, moving on. We haven't ever looked like getting back into this, regardless of the changes I've made. The only positive is that Louis Montagnier has found a back of the net in successive games. Nazario in behind again. Okay, we've denied him the hat-trick. Yeah, Chaos, you're not wrong. I'm going to give them absolute pelters at full time. 2 of their goals were just fucking individual errors. We've just not got to grips with them all game. Yes, that Nazario is a really good player, but still, we've been soft. And with 2 of our forward line putting in 6.1 and 6.4 rated performances, we've just never got a fucking chance in the world, have we? So they've screwed us over as well. Right. I'm getting stuck into them. Okay, at least Farino's injury wasn't too bad. I'm going to be really salty and say we made him look good. I would tend to agree with you, Salmon. The only thing is, we've got a game in literally 3 days, and if I get them to train the next day, they'll be knackered. And yeah, Rachel, I think you might be on something there. Second season syndrome. Managed to finish 9th in our first season in the top flight, for anyone that missed that. This is our second season in the first division. And the honeymoon appears to be over. I can just hope that we bounce back against Benaria, who I think are a newly promoted side. So I'll be fuming if we don't go there and get 3 points. What a shit performance that was. I actually feel like I've got to apologise to you guys, because that was just terrible. Offered nothing in an attacking sense. Made countless defensive errors. Gave them at least 2 of their goals. Never looked like scoring ourselves. So apologies. Hopefully, these next 2 games, we'll be able to pick up 6 points. FM Llama's in the chat. Hello mate, thanks for dropping in. You've come at a great time because form has been patchy at best. We've drawn a couple of games on a bounce and then we've just been absolutely twatted 4-1. Which reminds me actually, it is time for a team meeting. Yeah, we've been doing okay, but we can kick on. Can't be too harsh about the draws. They were against big teams, but that 4-1 was shite. Okay. That seems to have worked. Now, if I don't get a reaction in the next game, I'm going to kick off. Yeah, I'm going to keep Grandjean on his toes in the press conference, because after a fucking shocking performance like the one he gave last game, I don't want him to assume that he's going to be starting. Llama's saying we're going to win the next one 2-0. Last time he predicted a result, it actually happened. I think it was a 3-1 win, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Pretty sure. Last time... Oh, it was at the end of the season, wasn't it? It was at the end of the last season. And it was a 3-1 win for us. Literally the final day. After we were drawing games left, right and Christmas. But hopefully Llama's spoken it into existence. Hoping for at least a 2-0 win against Benaria. Oh wow, it's 30 million quid. Nope. Can't afford that. Lucky / Mystic Llama has spoken. Correct, Rachel. And hopefully with yourself and Llama in the chat, both of our lucky charms, we should be okay now. We certainly need a result from somewhere. Unfortunately, Llama, we're still playing 2 at the back. I've not quite gone to the 1 at the back system that you're looking to see just yet. However, for a team so attacking, we've not exactly rained goals in the last few games. We've scored 1 in each of our last 3, I think. Which is not really good enough for a team set up to attack. Right. I'm dropping Grandjean because he played like shit. You can't put in that kind of performance and expect to play the next game. So Indigai comes in for him. Good to see Farino's still fit after a minor muscular problem. Muntinew's been the only person in the front 3 scoring goals, so he's staying. Nyonto, if he doesn't pick things up next game, he's getting benched for the one afterwards. And other than that, I think we're good to go. Don't need to rotate too much, so I'm not going to. Yep, right. Okay, hopefully Llama's brought the good vibes with him and the floodgates are going to open for us and we're going to score a few goals. Oh, I like it when that one comes up. Let's show the world what we're about. That usually gets a good performance out of the boys, so I'm hoping it does just that. Okay. I am position training the inside forwards, Rachel. But yeah, they're just taking a while to adjust. Let's just play that down. I've got confidence in Barr to play at the back. He's got what I'm looking for from a ball playing defender. Okay, let's get creative from the first whistle. Horan goes back to the keeper. Rui Perez in possession. Feeds into midfield. That was a highlight, was it? Brilliant. Okay. Here's Muntenew. Driving into the box. Van der Merch picks it up in the wide area. It's a good cross. And what a strike that is from Farino. The left wing back finds himself completely unmarked, and just rifles one, top bins. It's a dangerous ball into the box from Van der Merch. They clear their lines, or think they do, and Farina just rifles that one. Their highlight now, they've got a little bit of possession with the keeper. Maybe put him under, make him go long. We have done. Van der Merch picks up the ball. That's what we want. Nice transition. Bar brings it out of the back. Finds Gnonto. He finds Indigai. And he finds the back of the net for 2-0 inside 10 minutes. The llama's in the chat. Everything's going to be alright, guys. Let's hope we score another goal, though, because I think Llama's prediction of 2-0 before the game sounded great, but now that we're 2-0 up inside 10 minutes, I mean, it'd probably make for pretty boring viewing if it stays that way now. Sorry to hear your own save isn't going too well, Llama, although I'm pretty sure from what I've seen you've taken on a very difficult challenge. So hats off to you there, mate. If that means anything to you. I know it doesn't really take the edge off shit results, but here's Gnonto. Keeper makes a save. Indigai picks up the scraps. There's 3 after 15 minutes. Hopefully you guys are going to witness an absolute, I don't know what word to use that's suitable. An absolute demolition, let's say, of Benaria. Yeah, I think we all need to buy Llama a season ticket for our clubs and take him with us to the games, because he certainly is a lucky charm. There's no doubt in that. I'm telling you guys, when we've got him and Rachel both in the chat together, we're laughing. Boys seem to have turned up this game. Might have been the team talk. Might have been the fact that these guys are 18th, but I'm putting my money on the fact it's Llama. Gnonto finds Van der Merch here. It's a ball in for Indigai. He goes through on goal. Can he add to the lead? No. Straight down the slot for the keeper. He has stepped up big time though. And Grandjean is going to struggle to get back into this team if Indigai carries this on. Leakos with a cross in from the corner. Ooh. Leakos with a corner. Headed away. Juan picks up on the edge. Back out to Leakos. Decides against crossing it again. Darbo on the edge of the box now. Back to Van der Merch. He finds a cracking pass out for Farino. And I think we'll call that one a cross shot, maybe. He's just fizzed that across the goal. Chance from the throw in here. Van der Merch in the wide area. It's a ball over to the far side. Farino. It's another cross, over hit though, and it trickles out on the far side. Sorry, the near side, rather. I think my team talk's going to write itself, isn't it, guys, to be fair? Just keep it up. Don't take your foot off the gas. Van der Merch with the cross in. That's a strange header down. Darbo finds Van der Merch in the wide area again. He keeps it in play just. And Montigny with the strike. Keeper gets hands to it. It's another corner. It feels like I've had a lot of corners. Abdullah Bar on the ball. There's Farino. Okay, I wasn't even a highlight apparently. I'm sure we can work something out, Llama, if your fee is a couple of Freddos and a Curly Whirly. Even though Freddo has grown up, got a mortgage and started taking fucking liberties with his price. I'm sure I can get hold of a couple for you. Very pleased, keep it going. No need to say any more. We'll keep an eye on the likes of Van der Merch and Farino because they're really important in the system. If they start getting tired, we've got deputies that can step in. Okay. Oh, Barr's not covered himself in glory with that challenge. What was that? They've got some real possession here. Are they going to carve out a chance? With defending like that they are. Okay, luckily enough the shot is cannoned wide. Fredo has bills to pay like the rest of us. Yeah, tell me about it. He's obviously got a large family. Let's demand some more from the boys because we've actually been quite poor since the second half kicked off. Might need to make a couple of changes just to freshen it up. Okay, they've carved us open with a ball. Keeper's made a fantastic save though. And that is why you need a sweeper keeper with good 1v1s. He's made another good save there. Van der Merch carries it down the wide right. Dispossessed easily, but somehow gets it back. Finds a ball to the edge of the box. Darbo. He's had a couple of bites at the cherry there and still not managed to find the back of the net. Farino whips in the cross. It's cleared only as far as Liakos. And that's the end of the highlight. Right, okay. There we go. Look, both wing backs could do with a rest. So let's bring on the deputies. And then we'll keep an eye on some of the others. Might look to bring Louis off. Nyonto's had a better game, even though he's not scored. He certainly isn't playing as bad as the last previous games. Let's get creative. Santos, our second choice right back, isn't as good a crosser of the ball as Van der Merch is. So I'm not expecting to see too much creativity down that side. But Geoffroy, he can put a cross in the box. And he's defensively lacking. So we are relying on him to be an offensive threat, really, down that side. Give him something to think about. Now here's Liakos. And I'm not quite sure what that was. If it was a shot, it was a shit one. Okay, looks like one of the midfielders is going to have to come off. We're not really... You know what, Dominici, you need some minutes, mate. You can come on for Liakos. But there can't be any arguments here, guys. We've certainly been the better team. Slightly disappointed with our second half performance because this one could have been 4 or 5. But we'll take it. Oh, there we go. It is 4. Nyonto with a fucking rifle of a shot. And that one finds top bins. Nothing the keeper could do about that. Just cuts inside off the left flank. What a strike that is. Goal of the evening so far, I reckon. Hopefully he heard my calls for him to step up. And he certainly has done this game. There we go, that's more like it, guys. Yeah, I agree with Lama, we're a bit wasteful there in front of goal. That's what I mean by when I said it should have been 4 or 5-0. Carved out a lot of chances but didn't really get our shots on target. Usually what I'd do there if I was struggling to break a team down was work the ball into the box, but I feel like we had the game sort of wrapped up. Well done, boys. He is Italian, Benny. That might be it. Might be the old Italian connection there from Nyonto. Very different type of player to Tonali, though, if you have a look. More of a powerful inside forward. He is training to play his position, but let's make sure that we firm that up. Because he's starting to drop off with some of his attributes. Yeah, we want to take our game to the next level. Piero has been a very, very important player. Two assists for Nyonto that game. Great performance. Just on, you see there, guys, that Indigo was mentioned for making 125 appearances for the club. Let me just put that into context for you. So we actually bought him for 125k when we were in the 3rd tier. And his goal scoring record for us in the first 2 seasons, guys, he was outstanding. 40 goals in 77 games in 2 seasons. I mean, that goal scoring return is not bad at all. Since then, obviously, we've stepped up to the 1st division. He dropped off slightly. Still got double figures last season. And he's got his first 2 of the season this game. But he has been on the bench a lot, to be fair to him. So we won't be too harsh. And yeah, I am looking forward to seeing the next episode of Benny's Roma save. So yeah, please no spoilers, guys. I'm sure it was very entertaining. Pretty sure we've got another game in a few days, which is nice. It's great when we can just rattle through and get a number of games played on stream. No, Lama, I don't think that counts as a spoiler, mate, because every episode's the same. He even shouts for the opposing team when they score, to be fair. At least he's not biased. There's consistency there in the commentary. Which already makes you a better fucking commentator than Martin Tyler. We should get you a job on Sky Sports, mate. Okay, what's in the old inbox? Oh yeah, shit, Westergren wants to play more games. Not to the detriment of the team though, I'm afraid. I will not be playing him for the sake of playing him. Nothing to say about foreign players versus domestic players. I think we should send in your videos as a portfolio, mate, to be honest, because let's face it, you've already showed more charisma and sort of appetite for the game than Martin Tyler has shown in what feels like 100 years he's been around commentating on games. As you guys could probably guess, I'm not a fan of his. Okay, we're currently sat in 8th, guys. Only lost one game so far this season. Drawn a couple against some big sides. And in both of those games, both of those draws, I think you'd agree with me that we should have won them. Always willing to praise someone for training well. And we've got Kashid next in the league at home. I'm really hoping that we can kick on after that last 4-0 game and get another good result. Let's make Dominici available for the 20s just for the next game. As I said before, guys, those of you that are with us this evening, if you aren't already, feel free to jump in the Discord if that's your thing. I understand not everyone uses it, and it can be quite annoying if you're in too many chats. But we have got quite a nice little group of people sort of in there talking about their saves, giving each other advice or whatnot. So yeah, it's becoming quite a good little chat. And I'm starting to see a correlation between, you know, getting people in the Discord feeling like they're part of, you know, the save and the community, and the sort of link that has to how popular the streams are. So yeah, it's certainly been beneficial, and hopefully you guys are enjoying both, whether you're just in the chat on the stream or whether you're in the Discord too. I'm certainly enjoying myself more and more as we sort of get through the streams and more of you join me. Okay, I'm not putting Grandjean back in because you can't bench Indigo after a brace. Nyonto played really well. Winternu's been playing well. I say we just go with the same 11. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Llama, be sure to get your pre-match prediction in the chat if you can, buddy, because I'm sure we'll at least match it, if not better it, if you've said it. Oh, for God's sake, that's not good. Okay, they don't like the pressure of being the favourites. Oh, I managed to swing it round, that's good. I refuse to start the game until Llama's put a prediction in the chat, by the way, guys. I just feel like, you know, I'm not really a superstitious person, but Llama's swayed me slightly. "6-1 win from Llama." Okay, fair enough. Let's see how we get on. I mean, I much prefer a clean sheet, but I can't say I wouldn't take a 6-1. Okay, Leakos with the early free kick in the 4th minute. And it's a goalmouth scramble. We've got it in the back of the net, but it looks like... Oh, it's not offside, it's an own goal. Brilliant, okay, fantastic start. We don't care who scores them, as long as they go in. I thought VAR was about to rule that one out then. Oh, he's just absolutely rifled that into his own net. What's he playing at? That's hilarious. Ooh, and they've had a chance to equalise only a couple of minutes after we take the lead. Farina with the ball in wide left. Edge of the 18-yard box. Swings across in. Indigai is onside and taps it in from close range. He is quite the little poacher, isn't he? He loves a goal inside the 6-yard box, does Indigai. This is all Farino though. Carries the ball up the pitch. Good delivery into the box. Indigai can't miss from there. And we're 2 up inside 10 minutes. Throw in for Farino over the far side. Whips it in. Headed clearance from them. And they go long. We pick up the scraps though with Voin. It goes back to the keeper. Bar plays it out to Farino. On the far side, Nyonto. Can he pick someone out? No, he drives inside himself. Keeper makes a good save. Out for another corner. It's Leakos who will deliver it. Cleared at the front post. Back out for Leakos. Second bite at the cherry. Rattles it off someone's shins for a throw-in. How many times do you see that? Okay, they've given the ball away to Muntin on the edge of the box, but it's blocked. We pick it up again though. They are causing their own problems back there. Farina drives into the box and how's the keeper save that? Another corner for Hesef. Rui Perez on the edge and it goes out for another corner after the shot was deflected. Leakos with the delivery again. Nyonto with the strike and he's missed from 6 yards. That's some good defending on the edge of our own box there. Keeper clears his lines. That's a great pick out as well. Louis Muntinho down the far side. Nyonto, he takes it early and finds the back of the net with a great strike. He only scores worldies, Nyonto. Anything in the box? Nah, he's not a fan. 18 yards and further out. That's his range. He loves it. Look at that, just feeds it. Tucks it inside there. Keeper's got no chance. Fantastic strike and we're 3 up again. Van der Merch. He finds Rui Perez, who finds Farino free again. Free as a bird on the far side. They are not getting to grips with our wing backs here, which is great news for us. Abdoulaye Bar now. Darbo. That's a great pick out. Ooh. I feel like he should have done better with that. Bit of possession for us now in our third. We play out through Van der Merch, Louis Muntinho. Louis picks it up again, whips it. It's another goal for Nyonto. It's another goal for Nyonto. This one's inside the box though. An assist from Louis Muntinho. Kate's in the chat. Hello Kate, what a time to join. As you can see, we are 4-0 up. We are killing these guys. Strong performances from pretty much everyone. And I think the second half might be a good opportunity to give some players some minutes who haven't played very often. Great half of football there from the boys. Let's keep it going. Although whenever I say that, they never keep it going. They tend to drop off in the second half. But I think after maybe 5-10 minutes we'll make a change, freshen it up, maybe midfield or attack. It's a good ball in for Gnonto. Keeper has to make a save. Okay, we've started the half pretty much how we ended the first. Great stuff. Yeah, do you know what? Liakos is going to come off, and Dominici, he's been unlucky not to play more this season so far, so he will get some minutes. The youngster we brought in from France. I think we paid a couple of 100k for him. Gnonto to carry the ball out. Now this is someone you do not want running at you guys. He is rapid. As you can see here, getting away from his man. He took the shot very early. Very early. It does look like he may have lowballed it with a 6-1 prediction there, Lama, to be fair. Here's Darbo. Gnonto running at the defence again, causing problems. Again strikes it early. Do you know what? Let's try something out. Let's try and get them to work it into the box. Because Gnonto is causing so many problems down that side. But because he's shooting so early, we're not getting quality chances. I think we're going to rest Farino as well and give Geoffroy some minutes. And then save our last change. Darby with the ball over the top. Keeper gathers it. Yeah, you're right, Kate. It's not often that you can put in a second half as good as the first when you've been falling up from the first half, but maybe we can add to our lead. You never know. It would be nice. Okay, they've blazed ahead over the bar. I think if you offered me either the clean sheet or for us to go and score a couple more, I'd probably take the cleano right now. Silence a lot of haters of the tactic. I might try and give... Let's bring on Sommer, for Montigny and switch these two over. Gnonto at the moment prefers it on that side anyway. A few players that could have done with a rest, but I don't think we've got a game for a few days after this one, so plenty of time for them to catch a breather between games. Here's Van der Merch carrying the ball out of the back. Finds Indigai. And despite the instructions to work the ball into the box, he shot very early and very wide. Heading into the last sort of 5 minutes or so now. Bar picks out Sommer. He finds Van der Merch. And he gets the shot off. And it's 5. Great strike there from the right wing back. Nice to see Sommer get an assist, even though it was a pretty basic pass. That's all Van der Merch there. Gets out of his feet, strikes it early. And there's the clean sheet. 5-0. Fantastic. Very happy with the result and the way we played. Why have the press got to talk about Darboe leaving? He's not leaving. Gnonto was immense again. He was always destined to be a really decisive player for us. To be fair, Lama, you did say 6-1, but I would say 5-0 is better than 6-1, isn't it? Come on. You've got to value the clean sheet over the extra goal. Jamie Hamilton. Oh, again, the scouts have... They've had me over a bit here. I think the only reason they're rating him highly is because he's available on compensation, but he's actually pretty average. And that Jose Martinez was a snake and went to Alaves for a lot less money than we would have paid. Okay, we're up to 5th, albeit temporarily. Yeah, we're going to want to scout the Coupe de France. Put a maximum age of 23 on there. Fits the tactic. Do a bit of a general scout of that. Have a look into some lower league talent as well. No point scouting that one because players won't get work permits. So have a look at Yoshio's personality. He's still unambitious. Although his determination is improving, albeit only by 1. Night Llama, take care mate. Thanks a lot for dropping in and bringing the luck with you. I hope to see you again soon. Okay. I'm hoping that the mentoring is going to have a greater impact on this youngster. Need to change that personality. If that happens though, I feel like we've got a player on our hands there. Santos is improving. I think he's crossing... That was 10, so even though it's not showing it's gone up, it has gone up 1. Okay, let's try and power through to that Hadria game. They're a decent side as well, so that'll be a tough game, that one. Okay. The under 20s lost. That is an area of the squad that I will look to develop over time. I like actually spending a bit of money on my sort of reserve side, but not really got the finances to be able to do that here. And also the youth intakes have been pretty average at best. In fact, they haven't even been average, to be honest. Let's see if there's anything we can do to improve the likelihood of a good intake. Nope. Take care, Salmon buddy. Thanks for jumping in the stream. Appreciate your time, and good luck with the recording this evening. I think ideally when I set this game up, obviously I didn't realise I was going to be streaming it when I set it up, but I should have tweaked the level of detail of the playable nations on the database. It's difficult because I want access to a sort of large database of players, but obviously when you have playable leagues you get all the updates, don't you, day to day, which slow things down. Hi Liam, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully the missus won't mind you watching whilst you chat away to her. Don't want to get you in any trouble though, mate. You just missed a couple of absolute crackers in terms of games and results though, mate. Sorry to say. I think we've got yet another international break after this next game. 20s just got absolutely battered by Aswijan Maliki. Having said that, they've probably got players in their 20s that could easily step into our first team, so... Yeah, our 20s aren't very good at all. They suck. We had a load of under 20 players leave actually at the end of last season because the recommendation was that we should let them go because their potential wasn't good enough. So we could really do with a good youth intake this year. And actually, I might spend that €5 million on players a bit like Dominici, Hubert, and what's his name, Sommer, who can sort of play for both teams. So if we make a couple of these guys available, I actually thought they were already, to be honest. Yoshio should be playing for them. Yeah, let's put that right. Santos is training well, that's good to see. Your save's going very well, isn't it, Kate, with Wabani Athletic? Saw you picked up some very good results in your last episode. Top of the league in your first season as well, that's not bad. Not bad at all, probably ahead of schedule. I'm sure you'll take it. Who's this? Sometimes I like it when they mention players that you've never even considered before, because occasionally they turn out to be good players. Let's look into him, shall we? Yeah, it seems that you are a bit of a giant killer. I obviously saw the Aswijan Maliki result, and then you beat another top division side, didn't you, in the cup? That'll be bringing some decent funds into the club then. Depending on which cup it is, I think one of them pays a bit better than the other, doesn't it? Okay, we've got Tybee back in training, that's good. He's a nice option to have. Yusuf Konan, promising goalkeeper at PSG. No interest in joining us. Well, maybe not at the moment. I like that 20 rushing out tendency. His one-on-ones could be better though. Okay, 3 points here would be huge. Oh, you've got a tie against City in the Popolare. Are you home or away in that one? I feel like you could do with being at home and having the fans on side there. Okay, Rivaldo Santos been called up for Cape Verde. I love that he's from such a exotic nation. I'm even more impressed that he actually managed to get a work permit. Well, I'm pretty sure we did buy him from a European club. Or sorry, get him on a free from a European club. It'll be in tomorrow's video, will it? Okay, brilliant. Well, I look forward to seeing that. and hopefully you can slay another giant. Right guys, massive game. Away from home at Hadria. I think we're just going to go with the same team that did the business in the previous 2 matches. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. You guys have had to wait long enough between games, so let's crack on. We've got nothing to lose. Right, come on, big start from the boys. Huge game. Mid-table clash. There's a good ball out wide. Oh, okay, no, it isn't a good ball out wide because we can't keep it in play. Are they going to attack us for the first highlight? Nope, Montagneau cuts it out. Okay, they're trying to play out the back. We should really be pressing them better than that to stop that from happening. Not quite sure why we're not, but we'll see. Good save from the keeper. Clean hands there. Catches the ball nicely. Pretty quiet first 5 or 10 from us. More of the ball apparently. And we've only just registered our first shot, which was off target rather. Come on. Let's have a highlight, boys. Give us a highlight. Anytime you like. Honestly, anytime you fancy giving us a highlight, it'd be great. No. Oh god! Oh, here we go. This could be our highlight. Indigo in possession, down the right hand side. Can he pick out a pass? Finds his way to the back stick. Farino rattles it off someone, out for a throw in. Okay, wasn't a great highlight, but it was a highlight. Got a free kick really deep in our own half. Here's Gnonto. Now he can hurt teams when he runs at them. As he's doing here, through the middle of the pitch. It's Gnonto, and it's a really tame shot. Really tame. They've got a chance from a set piece here. They head it over the bar. I can't help but feel as if Gnonto should have done a lot better with that. He did all the hard work, getting himself into the shooting position, and then just fluffed his lines with a tame effort. Let's demand more, see if we can do something right before the break. Isn't looking likely though. No. Right. Okay. I mean, actually, we grew into the game and in the end registered more shots on target than they did, but it's just been a bit of a cagey game, I think. Tell them I'm not happy, get them all fired up. Hopefully we'll have a more eventful second half in our favour. Be a nice start if we put some more pressure on the ball, to be honest. It's a key part of our play and we haven't been doing it in this game. Okay, that's better. Montagnier carries the ball out. Indigo runs the channel. Can he find someone? He can't. They clear it. Some real average performances from a lot of players. And some poor performances in there as well. Right, here's Nyonto. He loves to come in off that channel. He causes problems when he runs at players. Van der Merch with the cross. Ooh. Bit of a tame header straight to keeper. We turn the ball over high up the pitch this time though, from their goal kick. Montagnier with the cross. Oh. I feel like it's coming, guys. Something's brewing here. Won't let me give another shout just yet. Okay, our corner. Leakos to deliver the ball. Bar on the edge. Leakos maybe for a second chance. No, doesn't deliver. Darbo on the edge now. Rui Perez. Still Rui Perez. Keeper makes a good save, sorry. Let's demand some more. They've got some tired legs out here. We really should capitalise on this. Alright, time for a change, I think. Difficult to know who to bring off, though. I mean, the wing-backs look like obvious choices, but I'm not quite sure. Let's go for it. They're looking tired. They're putting in average performances. Save the last change. Okay. Bar with the short free kick. Leakos with the ball. Santos in a crossing position. It's a decent ball in. Indigo finds space. Ooh. Last 10. Okay, Indigo has been pretty average. Is this Grandjean's opportunity to get himself back in the side? Here's Darbo. Gifroy. Abdoulaye Bar back to the keeper. Looking to invite him onto us a little bit here. Santos with a good ball. Louis Montagnier, good shot. The keeper gets off a save and they clear their lines. Okay, they've got a free kick. They rifle it straight into the wall though, thank God. Good challenge from Montagnier. Stays with his man there. Follows him back. We've got a corner now. 89th minute. Leakos to whip the ball in. They clear their lines the first time. Bar with the ball in. All the way across to the far side. Edge of the box now. They come away with the ball on the counter. Can we get a tackle in? We need to. We force them back. Okay, and that's the end of that highlight. Can we push forward and take the 3 points in the last minute? Bar with the ball over the top. There's Gifroy. Crossing opportunity now. Oh my God! That was it right there. if we were going to win the game, that was the chance. And that's all she wrote. That was so unlucky, guys. Another draw where we could and should have taken the 3 points. We retain our position in 5th for now. I think I've got to compliment them. I don't really want to say congrats on not getting beat though. I'll say you're unlucky. Well, that was eventful. We really could have won that at the death, guys, in the last minute, in added time. Chance fell to the man at the back stick and he just couldn't deliver. And with that, we now have a 13-day gap for an international break. A lot of 0-0s in this round of fixtures. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. Goals were not meant to be scored tonight, apparently. Okay, so yeah, with it being an international break, I think, guys, we will call it a day for this evening. I think overall it's been a pretty successful stream, to be fair, and a good evening for us. So we started playing against Marador here, drew 1-1. We got absolutely battered by our day away from home, 4-1. I mean, that can happen in a season, but I think the way we lost the game was disappointing. Follow that one up with back-to-back wins, hitting in 9 goals without reply from the opposition, so that's great stuff. Finish on another clean sheet, admittedly though it's a goalless draw, not very entertaining. But yeah, pretty successful overall. We find ourselves 5th heading into the international break. City have got a game in hand over us, and Hadria, who we obviously just played and drew with, have a game in hand over us too. So probably going to find ourselves in 6th or 7th after that game takes place. But until then, guys, fantastic chat tonight. Fantastic support in the chat. Really appreciate it. I've really enjoyed myself tonight, actually, despite some sort of dodgy results. A couple of great ones though, which is fantastic. So yeah, thanks a lot for joining me. I am tempted to stream again tomorrow night, but I will let you know. Take care of yourselves, guys. Stay safe, and good night.